Hello everyone, welcome to this AMA session. AMA means Ask Me Anything. The purpose of having something like this one is to get us to get to the practical side of the learning, and sometimes we learn from other people's question. So today I have one question that I received that I understand, because I received about 3 questions and they sent to Wendy. Some of them I don't understand their questions. So if you are in the room and later on you can ask, if I did not answer your question. Okay, so the first question is about using Power Query. Power Query, it means we are able to grab the data from multiple sources and do some data transformation. I just want to know how many of you have used Power Query before. If you do, please type number 1. If you have no idea about Power Query, please type number 0 in the chat. If you're half, just key in the decimal between 1 and 0. If you use it before the Power Query, please type number 1 in the chat. If not, you can type 0. Otherwise, you can type decimal in between. Okay, thank you, Kamarudin, Tisian, Fatin. Okay, thank you. So now we are going to do something like that. Let me show you the end result. Later on, I will show you how I get the end result. Ching, ching, ching. Okay, type number 2 in the chat if you're able to see the screen. Yes, okay, thank you, Fatin. Okay, thank you, Kamarudin, Fang, Qi Good. Over here, my data, it looks something like this. This is the data, and every month it shows something like this. And this is a consistent file name. It has a name called data, followed by the year and followed by the month. And in between them, it has a dash. Everything's the same. So currently, my data is for the month of June. So you can see the first digit. It shows which month they are in. So when I change the date to July of 25, and you will see this one change, and you're based on the name to get the file from July. Now I go back to my table, right click and refresh. Yep, it works. When I change the date to August of 25, and you notice this one change as well. When I go to the data, right click and refresh, and it works. Very good. So I'm going to show you how to do this. And in between, I'm going to show you my thinking process, how I get this result. First, I need to import the file into an Excel. So let me close and redo this whole thing again and open a brand new file. Yeah, this is a brand new file. And I'm going to import the data for, let's say, June. I right click over here. There's something called copy as part. Then I go back to my Excel. I go to data, get data from file, from Excel workbook. Then you ask me where is the folder, so I can just paste this will be my file. Then I open. Let's wait for a while. Because it's an Excel file, it will ask me which worksheet I want to import. There's only one worksheet I could select, which is sheet number 1. Then the data doesn't require additional transformation. Then I click transform. It goes to Power Query. Just to double check again. Yeah, it works. To load this back to Excel, I click close and load on the upper left corner. And you'll bring the data back to Excel in a brand new worksheet. Good. So now I'm going to show you how am I able to change the folder location outside of Power Query. So let me rename the worksheet here. This is the data. And the next worksheet, I say this is the path. the location. In the location, I want to type this is a source file name. Now paste the name I have copied just now. This is the name. In order for me to bring the data from Excel to Power Query, besides using Excel table, we can go by the name. Once this is selected, we can define a name. So I go to the name box, click, and just type source file, enter. So that means if I go to other cell, I go to the name box, click on the drop down, I can see the source file, click, then it goes here. That's good. So now we are having something like this. Let's make an indicator. We want to go back to Power Query to change the source. Go back to Power Query. Then on the right side, it has many apply steps. One of them, the first one is called source. Click on the source and it shows the source something like this one. And I'm quite lazy to type the M code. So I'm going to invite my good friend, which is called AI, to generate the code for me. So I just go to Gemini. You could use whichever code you prefer, yeah, whichever you prefer. Okay, I'm going to paste the name I have copied just now. So I'm going to copy everything from the source, copy from the address bar, and it's going to ask Gemini, say, change this in Power Query to a name range. This is the name range. Let me zoom in a little bit. So we are asking to change the Power Query, this one, to the name range. That's the name. And I just need to press enter. Wait for a while. Yeah, it gets the code. So I just need to select the code, copy, go back to my Power Query. While I'm still inside the source, go to the formula bar, select everything, paste it, and press enter. And you will see there's no changes here. And when I go to the last step, this is the month of June. That is correct because it's the same file outside. Now I'm going to bring this back to Excel, close and load, and it will refresh and it will show the same thing. So now I go to the part, change the name to July, go back to data, right click one of them and refresh. Yeah, everything changes. So now it's almost okay. And presume I want it to change as per today's date or some other specific date. Changing the name will be a little bit tricky. Sometimes our folder name will be quite long. It will have a higher chance to make mistakes. So to minimize the mistakes, I add something here called report as per which date. So I can use a formula called today equal today, tab key, enter. So let me change this one. Today means it will based on today's date. So now I'm going to change this one using formula, edit the whole thing, equal, double quote. The only change is the date here. So I'm going to double quote to close the previous part, ampersand, text, TEX, tab key, select the date, comma, double quote, YYYY, that's 4 digit for the year, dash, that's a 2 digit for the month, double quote, close parenthesis, ampersand, double quote to close up the final part of it. I could just press something outside, so I can just click yes, it auto complete by adding the close double quote. So I just say yes. Got it. So now it changes to September. I go to my data, right click and refresh. And ta-da, it works. Yeah, it works. Job done, no? Okay, I hope this one gives you some idea on what is possible. So far, if you're able to follow up to just now, please type number 3 in the chat. If you're able to follow, please type number 3. Yeah, the recording will be provided at the end of the session. Yeah, the recording will be provided. Okay, good. So now I have completed the question that I understand. Now I'm going to open up the floor for other people that you have question to ask. Let me choose. Yes, now you can use your voice. You can unmute yourself and ask, or you can type in the chat. We only have about 45 minutes.
Hello, Thai.
Yes.
I'm Jason. For the question just now, I want to further ask, because actually I import from other files, but the original file, right, I will always, anyhow, I will change the, for example, now is from file A to import to file B, right? So I will always change the data of file A. Then I cannot save. Then I actually share the screenshot, like they say the
Oh, you're the one asking
violation.
question. Okay.
Yeah, they say some violations of.
Okay. When
I
you
did
see the, yeah, let you complete first.
actually I did ask about ChatGPT lah. Then they say because ChatGPT say cannot be solved lah this problem because uh anyhow, yeah, I cannot find the solution for this because I'm comparing two database. That's why when there is a difference I need to change the original, like the file A. That's why I will keep changing the file A. When I refresh the query,
It will give you error.
yeah. When I save
Yes.
the original file, like the file A.
Yeah. Okay. Good question. Let me explain. And this kind of situation is not easy to replicate. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. As for the larger file, it has higher chance to encounter that situation. Let me explain what does that mean. Yeah, I have two files. One is a data file. Maybe I call it this old file lah. Okay, old file. And I have a new file or new data file. I want to do some comparison. So I want to do some comparison using Power Query. So using Power Query to compare them. So whenever doing the comparison is a common thing. Some people may edit or change the data in between. Whenever they, oh, this is not correct, so they match it, they do the correction and done. Because when we are using Power Query to load the data, example, the new file, it load the data from the old file and it does a comparison here. So that means the other file will be locked. Lock, it means especially during refresh and sometimes in the certain process, it will lock the file. Whenever it's open the file, it will lock. Sometimes it locks, sometimes it doesn't. So I do not have the clear indicator when it will be locked, when it doesn't. So this is a common thing. And how to work around. So this goes back to your process. Why you're doing something like this one? Usually people don't do this one. Usually people don't do. Okay, what I mean, let me give you another idea. Yeah. Usually when we are doing something like this one, we get the data flow in one direction. For example, this is the old file, and I have something called new file or new data, whichever, new file. Whatever thing I want to do, I will be going forward. It doesn't go backward. Or another way, which is a better, clearer way. I have another file where, let me use another color. I have another file where it combines these two together. So the previous file, it will not change anything. And sometimes people go by and change the file. It may have a reasons behind, and usually that one will cause a lot of hiccup. So my invitation is go one direction, do not go back. So now I just want to understand and why you are doing that kind of situation. Why you are doing that? Go back to my question.
Uh, actually, actually, I have my I'm dealing with sales data lah. Actually, so I have weekly and monthly data. So weekly data I will do first. Okay, then monthly data I will do later.
Mm-hmm.
So anyhow, there will be some difference between weekly and monthly. So when I load these two files into one Excel. So weekly load, then monthly load to the new file C lah, the comparison file. So and then anyhow I need to change the monthly data, change until it's same with the weekly one. I have done the weekly. So weekly is fixed already. Then the monthly one, somehow there will be have some maybe discrepancy with some errors. Then I will need to change the monthly there. So when I change, doesn't reflect in my comparison file there. That's why I'm thinking to use Power Query. So when I change the original file, then I refresh, then reflect in the comparison file already. But anyhow,
Mm.
it doesn't work that way.
Okay. 3 questions. After you answer my question, I will give you a better idea and what are the ways you can make your work a little bit easier. So before I ask my question, I could somehow predict your work a lot of back and forth and have a high chance to make mistakes. Whenever there's mistakes, a lot of people will be very angry and you'll be panic, and often you need to double and triple check. So this is what I predict, and you may encounter this situation. So go back to my question. The first one, where is the data source? Manual enter or download from system?
Actually, both also from system,
Hmm.
but yeah, but it's different source. That's why there will be slightly different, slightly different in terms of data lah. Some maybe less line or more lines like that. But actually, they should be same because they are from the same I get the sales report from the same company, but anyhow one is in weekly form, one is in monthly form, so I need to make it yeah, same.
Okay. By right, it should be the same. If
Yeah,
not
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
same, that means maybe you need to raise a ticket to fix it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So when there is errors, I need to change the figure or what.
Okay.
That's my job lah.
So that's one thing.
Yeah. For
The
example,
data downloaded.
sorry, I give you an example.
Uh,
For example, in weekly, they will
mm-hmm.
lump sum, because the sales data will be like three pieces for 130, 1150, but in monthly there will be two for 100. Then the another line is one for 50. So it will be line in terms of the data presentation will be different.
The total is still the same, but one is a
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
summarized way, one is a
yeah,
detailed.
yeah. And not really sum, right? Just how they lump sum the thing lah.
Oh, okay. So let me understand this one. One is a lump sum, one is a breakdown one by one.
Actually, both also break down, but somehow I'm not sure why their system sometimes they will lump, maybe the date will slightly different because for example today 11 September 11 they sell two in monthly, but in weekly they only sell one. There's
Okay.
some weird one yeah,
That
but
one,
at the end there
you
was,
need to talk to your system developer or the
yeah, yeah,
IT team. That is because whenever you download their difference, that one is beyond the things we could do here.
yeah. Okay.
Uh, Unless you have a way to decide who has a higher priority. So I want to share this one. Sometimes we have a discrepancy of data and we can have a telltale sign about that one. For example, just now what I get is something like this. You have the something like a weekly data And the other one is monthly data. For example, I'm just giving a quick rough example. And for the weekly data, I see the order 1, 2, and 3. But for the monthly, I only can see 1 and 2. I don't see number 3. But somehow the thing is there, but it's not complete. In order for the thing to complete, so I want to compile them together. So I want to combine them. So there will be some unique indicator. I presume they have unique indicator. So whenever there's a unique, I will grab them. Example, the same one, bring them in. The different one, bring that in. I want to make the thing a bit complex. Perhaps on the monthly one, I see there is number 4. Example, number 4. So I can also bring this in as well. In Power Query, this is doable in Power Query. So we are going to have 3 Power Queries. 3 Power Queries. We want to have 3 Power Queries. The first one is combine the weekly and monthly using using inner join. Inner join means both exist. Another one that will be using also the weekly and monthly, that using the left empty. That means only those exist in the weekly data. And in this situation will be number 3 here. A third one that will be using the monthly and weekly. You can see the sequence is swapped. Also using the something called left empty. That means the one exists on the monthly data, not exist on the weekly data. So that be number 4. After I have all these things ready one by one, I can combine them together using something called append. I'm not sure about the data. This is something I could offer to you because it's not a nice place for you to show your data here.
Yeah. Actually, my daily job almost like that. I mean, most of my job are always comparing data. Anyhow, like what you show lah. One site have less data, the another site have more like what you
Can.
did lah. So maybe next time I need to create a query for this one. The inner
Yeah,
the three
can.
join, right?
Yeah,
Right.
all these
Okay.
things
Thank
can be
you.
done.
Okay.
After you have done this one, you can just update the data source. Maybe this one using the method, and you can just refresh and job done.
Okay. So yeah. Okay.
Can I?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you for your question. And I have the next person. Okay. Shang say has sent a question before and explained. And by the way, if you want to share the file, make sure your data is okay to be published because the recording will be shared to other people. Otherwise, you want to simplify your data or some other thing.
Okay, hi, Mr. Tai.
Yes.
Actually, can I share the data?
If you're okay,
It's very simple lah. I think it's not PNC.
no PNC, then okay.
Yeah. Okay. So,
You want to share your screen or you want to what?
I want to share my screen, but I cannot share.
Yeah, go to the middle bottom, usually at the bottom middle.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. Okay. Actually, I want to plot the data like this. Currently, I plot it manually based on data at here, which is I based on the packaging code, which is the packaging code, and the days needed. For example, this row actually we have our product code here. We need only 1 day and starting from 8 September. And then for following with 9th day, starting at 8 September and the rest. Then based on these days needed, I plot it manually, key in manually in here. So is it possible to do it automatically?
Okay. I need to ask because I asked Wendy. Wendy somehow is occupied, is unable to ask you the question. And the what is the reason you want to do this one? Is it for inventory planning, capacity planning, or what? What's the things you want to do?
Uh, for uh, for monitoring and then purchase. If not
Okay.
enough, we will purchase.
Oh, so you want to keep something like a stock.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay, can. Um, I want you to show me one how you do the manual update.
Menu update. Oh, for
Yeah,
example,
yeah, because I can see the number. I'm not sure how the logic works. I have no idea.
okay. So for example, this one I check PN 0404. Then this one this the product code.
Uh-huh.
And then the total that actually we need is around 19 days. And then starting from 8th of September.
Mm-hmm.
And then from 8th of September, for example, 8th of September, then I will plug in 70. Sorry, I'm not informed regarding quantity output per day is 78. Then 78, I will plot it here 19 days.
Uh-huh.
Like this. And then the second one is this product WEMEI 1003 that use the same packaging. So we run for this. Output per this is 92 and start from 8 September. Then I will plot manually 8 September for this. Like this. I will key in manually lah. 92, 92, I will key in manually.
Any reason you are doing this, huh?
Mm, One for monitoring the balance stock. And if not enough, we will purchase lah. For plan for purchase.
Oh,
This one actually the format from previous staff that currently they are using this format. So I don't want to change it for now, but I
uh-huh.
want to make my work simply. Is it possible if I can plot it automatically?
Okay, now I understand a little bit. So basically, it's just like a inventory check.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you are doing this individually. So basically, you just need to have a place for you to track the balance, and then you know when
Yes,
to
yes.
reorder lah.
Yes, this one I key in manually.
Ah,
The balance stock.
so every month you are doing another file for this one.
The same file.
Every month.
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
Because this one is Power Query, right? This
Mm-hmm.
one combine between our original planning and the master data.
Mm-hmm.
So in Power Query, start date confirmation, if the planning date is uh backdated, means yesterday or 2 days before, then they will put today dates.
Mm-hmm.
And then is the uh sorry, this is the planning that I referring is sorry, this one. I referring the production start date. Sorry, the production start date.
Mm-hmm.
If the production start date is, for example, 27th of August, so the data start date confirmation will show today dates.
Oh,
Uh,
so this is done inside Power Query lah.
yeah,
Mm. So you want to use today's date or you want to use the confirmation date?
I want to use the confirmation date because this one I will refresh when I will refresh weekly, and then I
Mm-hmm.
will plot the data monitoring the stock checking weekly. So I
Mm,
want to start from day that I checking.
okay,
Mm.
can. This one is a little bit different, and how you organize the data is a little bit tricky, and it's not easy to find the uh, things. Okay, can. let me simplify this whole thing and give you another alternative. Let you think about this one, because to work on your current file is not easy to answer it now. It's not easy, because a lot of things involved. I also can see the production or the so-called the usage of the things is you exclude the Saturday, Sunday, and also non-working days as well, public holiday, everything.
Yeah.
So these are the things, it makes the thing a little bit tricky to handle. Plus, you have a lot of products to handle.
Yes.
Okay, so the end result is you want to have things for you to monitor and track, so that whenever there are incoming stock and outgoing stock, you know you have sufficient stock to handle all the demands. Is this what you're looking for?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, good. So I'm going to demonstrate with my computer with a simplified manner. I'm going to share my screen.
Okay.
Thank you for your question. Very good practical question. So I'm going to open a new file. Let me close the previous one. Okay, this one, I don't need this. Okay, here, a lot of time when we are doing reporting, and it's very common people enter the data manually in the tracking that they want. Actually, what they are doing the tracking, they can be summarized using report. So there are many ways to get the report done. So I'm just doing one of the easy manner, excluding the calculation of the deciding on whether it's weekend, public holiday, that one I exclude there. So I just keep the tracking simple. I just want to know how many in, how many out, that's all. And I want to know what's the balance as per now. So to keep a thing simple, I will just have a data that shows, I'm just keeping using one data. I have one thing called product, the date, and I also have the incoming, outgoing. So that means it's plus and minus. After I this one, then I want to convert it to an Excel table. So I go to insert. There is something called table. Click on the table. My table has headers. The first line is the header. Click OK. And change the name. I say this is a stock, table stock. And let me create some random data. My product, I have alpha. And these are the date. May 25, then 6/25. Okay, I just have something here. Good. Incoming, maybe it is a starting as 100. Then it goes out on this particular date, 50, 50, and this one incoming again 100, something like this. And okay, and the next one is Bravo. I key in a little bit more. So now I want to use a different date. So this one, it has incoming 500. And this one going out 50, 50, 50, and this is 50, 50. Over here, this one, it will be balanced 0. So it's not a good example. Yeah, so I make it as starting with 200 like this. So I have everything ready here. So I'm going to know what is my current stock available. So I'll be using a simple way called pivot table. I could go to insert, pivot table. I go to a new worksheet. Okay. Yeah, this is a pivot table. For the pivot table, I want to know the product. I put it at the column. And I want to know the date at the row. I want to know the incoming, outgoing. And because the incoming and outgoing, they are showing the positive number. So I want to move this one. I don't want to group them. Let me ungroup them. So this shows individual date. The product, let's make it here. And you will notice everything is still positive. So I want to do some adjustment. When we are doing something like this one, we can use another calculation beside the table. I say this as outgoing with the bracket. So that means I want to convert the outgoing to become negative. So that'll be this number multiplied by -1. And it becomes negative. And I want to go back to my report, right-click, refresh. There's something called outgoing with the bracket. This one outgoing, the one, and put the outgoing here. So I can see there's a positive, negative. And the next thing is I want to know the balance as per today. So inside pivot table, we are able to add another simple calculation just to control them together. So I'll be going to, where is the things? Yeah, we go to pivot table, analyze, field, item, set. Then we go to calculated field. And this method, it works for all Excel version, yeah. So I will say this is the balance. And the formula is the incoming plus the outgoing inside the bracket. Then okay. And you will see the balance over here, it becomes negative because it's combined two products together. And this one, I want to make the things breaks down by individual product. Once I have something like this one, I want to break them down. I want to see them by individually. So while I'm inside the pivot table analyze, I go to the left side, options. There's a small triangle beside the options. Click on this one. There's something called show report filter pages. Click on this, and currently it shows as product because the filter here is product. So when I click OK, it will churn out, it will duplicate multiple worksheets, and it will filter by individual product. Let me click OK. Yeah, this is alpha. You can see the name is alpha. It's alpha. And you will see the last balance is 100. Bravo, this Bravo, the last balance is 250, still 250. That's the balance. So this is how we're able to get it done. And over here, this is not accurate. Yeah, this is accurate. Yes, 250 over here. And when the data is updated, let me go back here. When the data is updated, let's see what will happen. I go to alpha. I key in alpha and today's date. Let's presume it has incoming another 500. When I go back to alpha, the incoming is only 300. What I need to do is just right-click one of the pivot tables. Here, there are 3 pivot tables. I click one of them and choose refresh. And job done. So by having something like this one, it may not be in the way you are working on, and somehow it serves similar purpose. I hope this gives you some idea what is possible. Since you are using Power Query, that's a very, very good start. You may want to reverse engineer by using something like pivot table to get the things you are looking for. Is that okay?
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Not exactly the solution you're looking for, yeah. Something you could add on is you could find whether it's working day, not working day, because you want to track every day. Do you want to track every day, or you just want to know the final balance when you need to reorder?
Maybe because why we are tracking by daily, because we want to check which day is not enough. So we cannot buy or purchase too lot of quantity. So we maybe can separate the delivery.
Can. So now you can see the sum of balance. It just go by individual day balance. That's another way you can use something like as per today, starting from the month until today. So there's something called running total. So I'm inside alpha, yeah. So I could just right click on this one, sum of balance, right click, show values as running total in, okay, in the date. When I click OK, it will show the running total as per the current balance is 700. And you are able to use some conditional formatting. Whenever it falls below certain number, the color will change. It may not be perfect, at least it serves the purpose. And while it's serving the purpose, it makes the thing easier to manage in the future. Presume boss want to see every day for September. Okay lah. For example, for Bravo, I can go back to my data here. I just want to key in like Bravo, this alpha, sorry, alpha. So I key in the 1st September. And yes, let me change the date type. Okay, 2nd September. And let me track something like this. Give some examples, some ideas. So September, okay, good. Remove the rest, copy downwards. Just now that's 11 September. Even though it's duplicate, it's okay one now. Even though it's duplicate, now I have every single date. When I go back to alpha, right click, refresh, you can see every single date. And you also can sort by the date as well. Right click, and I want to sort by the date, oldest to newest. Yeah, now it's sorted. See?
Yeah. Okay.
Can I?
Okay, can.
It's possible, it's possible. Not perfect, but it's able to serve the result. The end result is it's easier for you to update.
Yeah.
Can I?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for your question. And let
Thank
me see.
you.
Any question I missed? There's one long question from Jonathan. Not related to example. After adding a lot of steps already, suddenly now I want to go back to a column that has removed earlier. Is it possible to grab back the column without not going back to the original step and removing the removed column? I think should because my source data remain the same. Okay, Jonathan, are you in the room?
Yes. So I think just to simplify my question is like example Power Query. From what I understand, when you put in any action, he will record the steps, right?
Yep.
So there's a example. Then so my question here would be like, so I removed the column and then I did my massaging a lot of steps already, and then I realized, oh, I want to add back my columns, and
Okay.
and how I'm doing it now is I go back to the original step that I removed and add back. But is there any way that I could add it at the end instead of going back to the original action?
Add it back at the end after you remove. Why?
Because the source I'm grabbing is still the same, so the data is available, but it's removed. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if it's possible to just grab the data at the end where because the data that I'm grabbing back is not massaged, so I think it should be fine to grab it back. Is it possible to do it that way, or is it like not possible at all?
Yes and no. It's a little bit tricky. Let me give you the context. Let me give you the picture. It's possible. It's possible. So you have a data. Presume this original data. You have 3 columns. Presume you have 3 columns. And you do some work in between. You remove one of the columns. And after you perform all the steps, and towards the end, you want to add back the last column. Presume that's the way. And there is no additional row. There is no reduction of the row. The number of rows are exactly the same from the beginning until the end. That's presumption. If that's the case, we could store the results separately. Assign a variable to store the results separately. So that means every time we have a step, then from a step, we are able to assign a number or assign to another variable for the step and keep it that way. And at the end, we can merge them together and then expand. In short, complicated.
Oh, okay. Sounds complicated.
Yeah, if you want to keep it, then keep it long. If you want to add it back, so I just cannot imagine. Usually when we are doing data transformation, the number of rows may get changed. The sequence may be different. So it may not easily to go back to the exact row by that column.
But But my question would be, I'm not touching the rows because I do understand the row will be shrink when the column is reduced. So, but how about if it's on the column?
On the column, you want to?
Add back the columns.
Okay, can. Let me do a quick demonstration now. Let me understand your question. You have removed certain columns, and after certain step, you just realize, hey, I need that column.
That's right.
Instead of removing the step and redo, is there any way just to undo that removal of that column?
Yes.
Okay, now I get it. Okay, that one is easy. Okay, presume this is the data I have. I want to load it into Power Query. So everything's loading. Okay, I want to remove the date incoming and outgoing. Presume I remove all of this. I remove column. Very good. And after that, I realized, hey, I want to keep the date. I don't want to remove the date. I want to keep the date. And while we are in the step, usually people will just remove the step and redo that one.
Yep.
Actually, while you are selecting the particular step, you go to the formula bar, you will see the column name is here. If I want to keep the date column, just remove this one.
But what if there's already a lot of massaging done already, and then at the end, like example, okay, here you got applied steps. So there's a lot of applied steps already. And then now I want to add back that particular column. Example, that column is my reference. Then I want to add it back.
Can let me do some step. Transform uppercase. So I have a couple of steps.
Yep.
Okay, can. As long as you are not using the same column header, you are able to do the step like just now.
Okay.
I go back to this step, remove column. I want to keep the date back. So I will just remove this one. As all my previous step, I don't have any column with the same name called date.
Yep.
I remove, enter. When I go to the last step, the date appears.
Okay.
Can
okay. Yep.
Yeah, lor.
Yeah, that's a
I
good one.
understand the
Okay.
question differently.
Yes, that answered my question.
Yay,
Then
good.
my second question would be, is it possible, example, like, so based on my accounting, sometimes we have this adjustments, like we done something wrong and then we do reclass. So, but because it's a foreign entity, so there's multi-currency impact. So there is a need to adjust a particular transactions number because that currency difference shouldn't exist.
You want to
And
remove or you want to change the number?
Yeah, what for? So that it will appear zero, because after if we reclass it, it should be zero. But because there's a currency impact, the number appears. And is it possible to do a manual adjustment to fix it, or is it possible to do something to adjust it
Okay, good question.
without
Last time I've
editing
encountered,
from the source file? Yeah,
without changing the source file. Very good. Jonathan, I want to acknowledge this one. Good thing is we do not want to change the source file.
Yep.
Yeah, keep it there. At least something there's a dispute, we have a source file to back up.
Yeah. That's right.
Okay, back to your question. Is a very good scenario. So let me adjust my file to make it simpler. Sometimes we just want to overwrite partially in between without redoing or without changing the data source. Let me go over here. So I want to copy part of the data here. I want to copy part of them. So I just paste it here. Paste it here. Okay, good. And I want to have some number. I just keep some number. Just put some random number. 1 to 100. Okay, good. Then I just turn this into a table, change the name, I call this as data. So good. So now I'm going to do some adjustment where I want to recast it, or so I want to make it the alpha 14 August to make it as 0, only this particular entry. Maybe I have a couple of entries. So this is combination. So I want to copy this somewhere else. And let me do this. So this is a product and date. And like this one. Hey, what am I doing? Yeah, just paste lah. Just paste. So change this one. I call this is table adjustment. So let me...
I'm using Power Query as well.
Yes, using merging.
Okay.
Do you want me to demonstrate, or you roughly know the idea?
You can demonstrate because I don't know. I just want to understand your process.
Okay, and this is the source data, and this is the adjustment. Presume I keep it simple. I want to remove this one. Whenever the certain things removed is equal to 0. Presume, presume that's the way. So this one I want to adjust. So that means I want to remove it or remove them. So for this one to work, I need to load them as a connection, because this is not the final result. I go to click one on the left side, the source data. I go to data. There is something from table range. Then we'll go to Power Query Editor. On the leftmost, close and load, I click on the lower half, close and load, and choose close and load to. Over here, I'm going to choose load as a connection because it's not the final result. Click OK. Okay, this one done. Then I want to click on the left side, and from table and range, I'm going to do something similar here as well. And go to the left side, close and load, click on the lower half, close and load to, and also create connection. Yeah, only create connection. Then click OK. Done. So now we are going to merge them and discard whichever it matches. So, and then I want to output the adjusted result. To do so is called merging or combining. So I go to data, get data, combine queries, we're going to use merge. Usually when we are doing merging, people use left outer. This one we are going to use left empty. The one on the top is the result we want to show on the screen, which is the source data. The one at the bottom is the adjustment we want to have. So let me zoom in here. Because it uses multiple columns, we are going to click on the first column, the product, hold down Control key and click on the second column for the date. For the adjustment, we click on the product, hold down Control key and click on the date. Then I go down, there's something called join kind. I choose left empty. That means only those exist on the top. Yeah. Whichever it matches and the second table, it will get removed. When I click OK, so it brings me to Power Query Editor. Here, I just need to change the name. Make sure it is a meaningful name. I call this is a final data. And the column table adjustment is not required because there's only for comparison to exclude the data. Right click over here and just remove. Then this is a final data. I want to bring it back. Go to home. Just click on the upper half, close and load. You'll bring everything back to Excel in the brand new worksheet. Now we're going to double check. And I want to do a sorting. Just so I forget to do a sorting. And I want to do an August 14. Let's see, August 14. There is no August 14. Let's see again. August 14. No, it's not there. If let's say in the future, I want to exclude alpha, these three, these two, go back here, just paste it. Because it's an Excel table, I just need to go to the final data, right click and refresh. Wait for a while, it's excluded. Yep, hope this one give you some idea.
Think this doesn't solve it. Okay,
You
by
want to
this,
have the entry to be there, just want to make the things as 0.
yeah, I want the entry to remain, but it goes as 0.
I believe you have some other columns on the side that you want to maintain.
Yes.
Okay lah. If that's the case, right? Another way of working. Boleh juga. Let me see. Can be done. So I just need to go back to final data. So this is the moment I'm going to use something called left outer. Let me change this one to, okay, let me think. Okay, because you need the number 0 over there. You need a number. So just now in the adjustment, I don't have the column 0. So I just fictitiously created here, add column, custom column. So I just want to make a number called 0. I call this adjustment. And everything is 0. Fictitious one.
Yep.
Okay, so that's easier for me to combine them together later. Then I go to data, final data. Keep the last one and expand. I do want to know the adjustment number. So it will either show now or 0. Click
Yep.
OK. Those matches one, it will show 0. Those doesn't match will be now. So that means whenever it's now, we want to keep the original number. Whenever 0, we want to show 0. So
Yep.
that is moment we want to add a column, conditional column. Conditional column, I just call this as number version 2, where the column of the adjustment is equals to now. That means I will be getting the number from the number column. Otherwise, you'll be getting from the 0. I don't need to choose from a column. I just enter 0. Yeah, whenever it's now, I will get the original number, keep it that way. Otherwise, I will make it as 0. Click OK. This is a number I have. And now I'm going to remove these 2, which is temporarily. Just remove it. And go to home, close and load. Let's wait for a while. And you will see some of them is 0. Let's wait, yeah. Okay. I haven't changed the join kind. I haven't changed. I need to go back. Just now, I still remain as left and D. I haven't changed. I need to go to the source. Change the join kind to left outer. Yep, still at left and D. Need to make it as left outer. Okay. Got it. Then close and load. It should have more data here. Nice refreshing. Yep.
Okay.
See.
Nice. Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, is it what you're looking for?
Yes.
At least you have a
Thank you
table
so
for
much.
you to do adjustment in the future lah.
That's good. Oh wow, I can do this. I was like, I didn't know they can do it. Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, I hope this helps.
Yes, you did.
Okay, thank you everyone for your participation. And I just want to invite you, for those who are in the room, just type in the chat what's the one thing you like the most about this AMA. Yeah, please type in the chat what's the one thing you like the most. Thank you, Jonathan. Everything, thank you, Kamarudin. Yep, this is the session that we have on every single month. And if you want to invite your friends, your colleagues to join the group, yeah, you are able to invite them directly. So with that, Thank you, everyone, and have a great long weekend coming. So for those of you are going for vacation or you're going to Makan Angin or whichever, have a nice, pleasant, long weekend. So with that, take care, everyone, and bye-bye. Good night.